In this video, we're going to be talking about our debt payoff strategy. Hey wealth builders, and welcome back to another episode of The Bemused. My name is Mishak.
And I'm Akiva.
And on this channel, we talk about all things personal finance for young adults just like you and us.
So as you guys know, Mishak and I have a lot of debt. Right now, we have a mortgage. Obviously, we recently bought a home, so we have a mortgage, and we also have combined just over $164,000 in student loan debt. So we are going to share with you guys our plan for tackling our debt. So we are finally taking an active approach to paying down our debt. So we are entering a season of rapid debt pay down. No, I did not say pay off, pay down. And we're going to explain later on in the video why that is. We're not in an attempt to pay off all of our debt. We are going to be trying to pay off a certain chunk of our debt by a specified time period. So what is fueling this now? Like, why are we now starting to do this? Why are we now starting to put a focus on aggressively paying down our debt? This is not something that we were doing before. As you guys know, you've been watching our net worth updates. We haven't been putting, an aggressive amount to paying down our debt. And that was for a couple of reasons. For me, I was aggressively putting money toward the car note that I had before that I paid off at the end of 2019. And also simultaneously, we were saving up for our wedding. So that was eating up, a good bit of our cash flow. And that was also when we had separate finances and we were doing things on our own. So it was really whatever cash flow I had left, whatever cash flow he had left. Now that we have merged finances, we're married, we've come together as a couple, we've created our joint budget, which you will see in our next video. We have determined how much money, we can afford to put toward our debt and really try to now focus all of our attention out. The wedding is behind us and other debts that we've paid off. Now we're going to seriously focus on attacking our other larger debts, starting with our student loans.
So for us, we decided to look at things from more of a mathematical perspective instead of a psychological perspective. So for us, we want to make sure that we are attacking our debt in a way that makes mathematical sense. What do I mean by that? Is we actually laid out all of our loans that we have, and we listed them by highest interest rate to lowest. We decided to attack the debt that had the highest interest rate first. So what do I mean by that? So if we have a loan for $10,000 and we have multiple others, and the lowest one we have for $1,000, and that loan for $1,000 has an interest rate of 25%, and the loan at $10,000 had interest rate of 3%, we would want to attack that $1,000 loan first.
So we obviously now have student loans and a mortgage. Our mortgage balance is of course higher than our student loans. However, our mortgage has the lowest interest rate of all of our debt at 2.94%, which is lower than any of our student loans. So we want to tackle our student loans first. Well, as Mishak said, we like to pay debt off using the avalanche method, which is paying in order of highest interest rate down to lowest interest rate.
So in our plan, we're really just trying to eliminate debt that is higher than 5%. And the reason why we use the word pay down and not pay off is because we also do want to enjoy life. We noticed that this journey that we're going on is going to be pretty rigorous and very stressful, honestly. Where we're going to be paying down a large portion of that debt each month, and that will probably I don't want to use the word make things tight, but it's going to be like, hey, this is what we've decided, what we've agreed on, we got to get it done. So it means that some things will need to be sacrificed in order to make this happen.
So we're not necessarily allergic to debt. We just want to get rid of our higher interest, more costly debt so that we are in a better position to do other things with our lives. So we will be paying down a large chunk in a short amount of time and then probably slow paying the rest, because we do want to get on to other things in life, like potentially having children and other things that of course cost money. So we just want to make sure that we get this amount of debt out of the way in a short amount of time so that we can free up more cash flow and more of our mental space to put resources towards those other life stages. So the key to making this all work is my beloved spreadsheet. I've mentioned this spreadsheet before, and I'll link it again in the description box below. It is the debt reduction calculator spreadsheet by Vertex 42. Love this thing, love it, love it, love it. So we used this spreadsheet, and what we did was essentially we started by listing out all of our debts that had an interest rate that was above 5%. So that equated to 6 different debts. All of our student loans. Of course, as you guys know, if you have federal student loans, you know that it's not just one big loan, you have multiple loans for the different years you went to school. For us, we both did undergrad and grad school. So between the two of us, we have 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? Oh, my brain. 21 different individual loans that add up to that 164,000 whatever number. So we listed out those loans, line them all up in the spreadsheet. In our case, those 6 loans include most of my loans, honestly. 4 of the 6 of these were my loans. We have the 3 Parent Plus loans. Those are the highest interest rate debt that we have, the highest being at 6.96%, and that is inclusive of the auto debit discount. The regular rate is 7.2 whatever that is, 7.21 I guess, if I'm doing my math correctly. It's 11:35 at night. My brain's not working. But so we're gonna try to hit those Parent Plus loans first, like I said, because those have the highest interest, and then we're gonna hit our grad school loans. Both Vishak and I have the same interest rate because we both went to school the same year. So our loans, though different amounts, have the same interest rates. And what we're going to do is if a loan has the same interest rate, we're obviously, of course, going to tackle the one that is the largest balance at that point. So it looks like most of mine are going to go first, the 3 Parent Plus loans and my graduate loan, and then Mishak's graduate loans. And those have an interest rate of 5.75% after the auto debit. It was 6%. But for the purpose of the spreadsheet, because we're always going to have the auto debit discount, we just put what the lower rate would be to make it more accurate. So that's a pro tip if you're using this to pay off your federal student loans and you have auto debits as well. And the total of all those loans add up to just over $90,000 worth of debt. And we are on a mission to pay that off by our 3-year anniversary. So we're about to pay off $90,000 of debt in 3 years. That is our current plan. Based on our joint budget, we determined that we are going to really struggle and try to put $3,000 a month toward our debt, and that should help us eliminate that debt by that time period. And that's why this spreadsheet, I love it so much, because especially when you're paying off debt, there can be a lot of fog around, like, I'm just throwing money at this thing, hoping it goes away, but I have no idea when I'm actually scheduled to pay it off. And so this spreadsheet allows you to do that, to put in, if you tell it, this is your debt, this is your interest rate, this is how much you're gonna put every month, it's gonna tell you when your loan's gonna be paid off using the different methods are specified. So that's specifically using the avalanche method. If you're using the snowball method or any other method of paying debt, it would obviously change that timeline. So that is our current plan for paying off debt. That $3,000, we'll talk about more in the next video as to how we came up with that amount of money and how that's going to be affecting our lifestyle in terms of our joint budget. So stay tuned for that. But we just wanted to let you guys know what our plan is, what's happening with us. And so you should hopefully see those changes coming on our, net worth updates throughout the next couple of years and what that's gonna do for our net worth. Now, to kick this whole journey off, we do plan on making one massive student loan payment before forbearance is up in December. So for example, that $3,000, we've put aside money already for the months of October and November, and going into December, we'll be putting that money down that we would have ordinarily paid because we just haven't paid it yet. We've just been putting it in our account, and we'll make one massive loan payment toward the end of the year. So maybe we'll film that and make a video out of it as well, so you guys can kind of see where we're starting as of January 1st and kind of be on the journey with us as we pay down this debt. But that is our current plan.
So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss when we post new content. And of course, I forgot to say it, don't forget to comment down below because we'd love to hear from you. If you think that this plan is ambitious, crazy, whatever, let us know down below in the comments, and we will try our best to get to each and every one of you. So again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.